Are you ready to be entertained? So let's go.
Everyone keeps telling me how my story is supposed to go.
Look in my eyes, tell me your tale. Do you see the road? I'm out to my soul. And tell me the size whenever the smoke clear out of my face. And my picture perfect, you do I look fine. All of that green.
Nah, I'ma do my own thing.
Look in my eyes, tell me your tale. Do you see the road? I'm out to my soul. And tell me the size whenever the...
Welcome back, y'all. We are getting into Doctor. This is season 2. What would this be considered? This would be considered season 15 for some, and then season 2 for others. I'm excited to be getting into this. I'm looking forward to seeing what villains we're going to have in this season. I never saw a trailer, and I heard good things and I heard bad things, and then I completely heard nothing, because I realized that, especially with the Doctor Who fandom or Doctor Who news, a lot of it that I get, at least, is not true, or over exaggerated, I should say, the things that I read or things that I hear. And then this particular fandom has people that love this show currently, and then has people that hate this show. So at this point, I'm just gonna go into my little bubble and enjoy this show, because I enjoyed last season's so much. So here I am in my bubble, not hearing a damn thing. So I believe that we have a new companion this season. That I do know. I don't remember really what happened to, the last season, the companion stayed there, right? She stayed with her family and had a really good ending to that. So I'm excited to see if we're going to have some classic villains in this season. I've been an advocate for that to happen. I do know that when I said that in the last season, that people were saying, well, this is a new look, this is a fresh thing. And I always said, if you want to connect the old fandom to also new fandom, you always have to have the villains or a storyline arc or whatever it is for a show this long from before and connect it to present. I just don't believe that you can completely get rid of the Daleks, completely get rid of the Cybermen, and then just start Doctor Who in its own thing and think that the old fandom is going to stay, and that you're going to just be able to grab the old fandom for just the love of Doctor Who, and then get a whole bunch of new people who never heard the show and then thrive. I think that you have to pay homage to where this show came from. And the show came from, as I'm in Classic Who currently, from the Daleks, the Cybermen, the Intelligence unit back then, and tie everything together. We even had Torchwood, stuff like that. We can't, I truly don't think that we should just start fresh and new without having some of the old entities that created this. Regardless, y'all, I think I said that like 5 times about 8 different ways. So let's figure that out. Anyways, let's jump into this episode. So without further ado, let's jump into Doctor Who and find out exactly what the Doctor has got to give. Oh, 17 years
If you travel
ago.
to that star, it's 4 quadrillion miles away.
Belinda?
I look up at the night sky and it is so beautiful. How can I capture this?
Good
How can I
question.
celebrate your birthday? Happy birthday.
Thank you!
Thank you.
So what it means is, that star, that's yours, shining down upon us.
Does it have to say miss?
Are you married?
No.
Then it's miss.
This is the nicest thing anyone has ever done for me.
Kiss you.
Awkward! 17 years later. Look at the Doctor.
Tapping at 120, systolic at 70.
So looking for you.
Tell me about it.
One little name. What?
Sorry. Side note, real quick. I have a lot of friends named Belinda, or it might be Belinda. Regardless, are they really your friends? I promise you, they are. But they're all Latino. They're all Puerto Rican. So when she said her name was Belinda, but maybe because it's Belinda, I think their name is Belinda, how you pronounce it, I should say. So there was that. I just wanted to give a side note about that. Also, I want to say, that the photography, or the cinematography I should say, is gorgeous still. Just like season 1, the budget is budgeting. Let's continue, Doctor. She's really pretty. Hey!
Welcome to Miss Belinda Chandraville.
Don't you stop.
I stand as people's representative. I bid welcome to our one true queen.
Yes.
We obey our robot overlords in all things.
So they're in charge.
All praise the robots.
What's happening?
Rebels in the North Zone started a riot. Robots are unleashing Miss Belinda Chandra bombs. Robots must be obeyed. Please have mercy.
I was about to say that. You can tell by the way she looks that she is terrified. So the robots are actually villains, and this place became Belinda Chandra. I don't know how. It all started with that guy. He named a star after her. And that's what happens when you go on a bad date, y'all, and you have a bad makeout session. Something somewhere goes wrong, okay? So when you go on dates, try to have the best time of your life and never accept a star. Even though you are a star. Don't accept one. Please, don't accept the star! Hey.
Pathway for Miss Belinda Chandra must be cleaned and polished.
Right.
Miss Belinda Chandra, proceed towards the throne of the Queen.
What? The doctor!
The planet Miss Belinda Chandra 1 will celebrate your royal wedding.
Who am I marrying?
That
Spark
guy.
plug.
The great AI generator.
You want me to marry it?
It demands.
Oh, shade. This kind of gives me Cybermen. And when they showed her turn and she looked like a cyber woman. And that was, I first saw a cyber woman in Torchwood season 1, I think it was. And now they're saying certain words that just reminds me of the Cybermen, which is very, very interesting. That they just have completely different look, completely different everything. So what do you guys feel? Please comment down below. And yes, this is a new thing of me stopping all the time. Copyright, anyone?
When you were taken by the robots, I was at your house. When was that for you?
It's been 2 hours?
It was 6 months ago. Do you have a blip? Did you feel...
6.
Border between this world and Earth keeps jumping about in time. So you left Earth May the 24th.
When I met Sasha, and she looked after me.
And it's not my fault, okay?
Is that an order from the Queen? You're as bad as the robots. Okay.
Oh, is that the same guy that was making out with her really oddly at the bench? Because he kind of gives facial features of that guy, but he is giving everything else of a god.
Have been living here with the rebels, trying to help. Finally be let into the throne room for the day of your arrival. And the problem isn't you. It is that diploma.
Didn't mean anything.
The robots must have got it from the future.
When they brought it back to this planet.
What? Back to the past.
Gotcha.
When you get two versions of the same thing crossing over in time, don't they explode?
Yes. Kaboom. I think I'll take this, and I'll keep it very safe.
You, some sort of time detective.
No,
What have you done?
I'm sorry, but people are dying. And it is my fault, because my name is Miss Belinda Chandra. Leave these people alone. Take me.
You know what's so interesting? I understand that we're trying to create a really good person, a really good character, a really good hero. But if that was me, everybody would have been blown to Bliverine. Because Bliverine, yeah, that's the new word. Do you like it? Write it down. Take it in the notes. Because they're so quick to forget about their past lives in this particular show. The companions always are like, that's it, I'll risk everything for everybody here. I would have been confused days, wondering why I'm here. Who are these people? Robots what? Why do I care? Like, I'm telling you, that's why they will not do something where I'm a companion. I told you guys, if I was ever going to be on Doctor Who, I would be a pure evil person. And I would have a laugh like this. There would be my opener. That would be, every time you hear that, I'm on my way. So far, I'm really liking it, but I have some opinions about why possibly people who love classic Doctor Who and 2005 Doctor Who won't like this Doctor Who. But I'll wait for the outro.
Okay.
Stargate, it came for me. In the night.
What the hell?
Oh my god. It's my fault.
And Daniel Butt! Go get him!
Okay. The robots went to get Alan.
They went what?
So they went back
10 long years ago.
for the robot revolution.
I found happiness.
You've been killing people.
Because he loved it.
Just saying this is mine. I can make up the rules and win. Oh, give it to me.
I'm kind of mad that I thought he was an other gorgeous man. He looks nothing like him at all. By the way, this villain right now looks kind of like, what was Davros? Doesn't it look like Davros a little bit, but just like updated to 2005 with a little bit of shine?
I feel power.
Robot technology seems in advance of ours by a good 10 years. Do you mind if I ask?
I mind. Very much.
Me! Save me. Hey. You were born to travel. Destined for me, Belinda. Your mind subsumed within mine.
Planet of the incels.
Say yes, Belinda, or the violence will rage forever.
I can set on.
Will obey me. Belinda.
Baby! Give me some! Met your descendant on a planet far away, 51st century. Her name was Mundy Flynn.
3,000 years' time. Is that supposed to be a coincidence?
That is what I'm worried about. Is that chance or something more? That maybe we are meant to be connected.
Is that what you say to all the girls? Is that what you said to Sasha?
I will take you home.
She said, okay. So I have 90% good news or 95% good news, and then only 5% that wasn't that good. So 95% of what I have to say is that I really enjoyed this episode, that I really loved the look of it. The cinematography was giving God. And I have to say, I absolutely love this companion. Belinda, first off, she's gorgeous. And second off, she brings a lot of humor and fun into the character that she's portraying. I really do like the Doctor. I think I like the Doctor so far with the previous companion, but I do like him with her as well. Her look is very unique. I really, really do like her. This story for me was not bad. It was kind of, okay, so the 5% I'm jumping back and forth into good and bad. What a little bit was, it was a little bit cheesy, just like the robots, right? But then I was like, it's Doctor Who. But also, because I'm in like a really good Doctor Who classic story right now, I think it's The Invasions. I'm about to get into part 2 and 3. So in Classic Who with the second Doctor, I can see what people who like the original Doctor or the Doctor Who from the Classic Who and even 2005, Matt's Doctor as well, and David Tennant's Doctor. I can see that group of people's understanding of why they like that Doctor Who and that version compared to this version. I think right around Peter, is that his name, Peter, that Doctor? Right after David Tennant or Matt, or David Tennant and Matt, I don't know which one. But I think, no, Matt. After Matt came Peter, after Peter's his name Peter? And after Peter came Jodie. After Jodie came him, I believe. And Peter, Jodie, and this particular Doctor, their theme and their look is very similar. And it's very interesting because a lot of people stopped really liking Doctor Who in its entirety right around Peter's time. And that's when I started hearing a lot of negative things about Doctor Who. And like I said, the similarities between all three of those Doctors are stark. They're very, very similar. So what I love about the cinematography is that it's absolutely beautiful. it's so much fun to watch and to see different things. Like, I really do enjoy it. But because I'm a real big fan of Doctor Who, the classic, and the older Doctor Who, I have that part of me that's watching this show and being like, why can't you just give me a Cyberman? Like I understand that they want to like turn the page and stuff like that, but why won't you give us a Cyberman? This would have been a really, really good story for a Cyberman. You could even have like new robots, and then all of a sudden the Cybermen were like somehow entwined in this. I don't know, I'm not gonna stop saying it. I know it might be annoying that they need to do that. And I don't know why they don't want to do that. Why they don't want to bring old villains into new Who. Into new Who. I don't get it. I guess I don't know. And I miss the Weeping Angels. Like, those were like one of my favorites. So anyways, this particular story where we're getting to meet Belinda, and then she's doing her big one on Planet Belinda, whatever the last name is, Miss Belinda Charnon or something. I liked even the villain, like the main guy who ended up being Alan, who was here's another thing why I feel like the older Doctor Who fandom is like, listen, this is just too much. Because everything that they do is like an undertone. Now, I actually believe people need to start adjusting to present day and what is going on present day. So this is also to show or to bring into a new fandom of a younger generation where they had that underlying meaning, that moral, where Alan was abusive, right? He was an abusive man. And you can hear, look at me, you will listen, you obey. And Belinda ended up being powerful, and she was like, oh, we are not doing this. So you can see where they're giving you that underlying message, like, don't become a victim of somebody else's world. Don't be a victim of abuse. Pretty much, verbal, physical, mental, emotional abuse is dreadful, and that's that underlying. But then there are people in Classic Who that feel like Doctor Who in the Classic Who gave us story upon story upon story, and sometimes they gave us a moral subject that they're trying to convey to the audience, but it also didn't happen in every story. Sometimes it was a story of a story. It didn't always give this message about, like, and that's where this woke terminology that people say in this age, and they apply it to this. I have to also educate people, however many people are watching this. Woke terminology is not how media is using the word woke. That's not this and all of what's going on is not woke. Woke is a terminology that I've said this before, that African Americans were using in the early 90s, maybe even the late 80s, early 90s, early 2000s. That made no sense. In the late, I will say the 90s and the early 2000s, and then it like kind of tampered off, and then it turned into something else, where it dealt with to keep your eyes open for injustice, right? Or keep your eyes open of, like, for instance, crooked cops. Oh yeah, look, the cop over there was just hustle this person, stay woke, son. That's how it was used. And then it turned into a little bit other certain minorities groups would also use it as well. But it came from African American culture, African American people, and I know it happened in New York all the time, where they were just trying to say, yo, the cops over there, stay woke, or, oh, so did you see what happened on the news? Yo, stay woke. Like, that's what that meant. Now it's taken away from us, per usual, and turned into something else. So anyways, not gonna get into that subject because I could be here all day and I will go to war about that. So the point is, I would give this episode an 8. I think it was very strong. I think this particular doctor is a very good doctor. He's very emotional. He cries all the time. And I enjoyed his companion thoroughly. I think she's gorgeous. I think she delivers lines. I think she's captivating. The cinematography, once again, is gorgeous. I could watch that stuff all day. I just feel like sometimes it gets a little cheesy, just a little bit. And also, I'm going to advocate, and I wish that Russell T. Is it Davis? What is this? What is this man's name? Davis Simmons? Lord, who is Simmons? Well, it's not even gonna tell me. You guys know who the guy is. I always get it confused. But I wish that he would give us something of the past. And like I said, I didn't see the trailer. I don't know if they're going to go there. I highly doubt it. But what I did also love is seeing that older lady, I forgot what her name is. Isn't she like she's pretty powerful. We saw her in the first season, so now she's returning in this season. So that's exciting to see. Did you guys also hear about all the drama that people believe that Doctor Who was actually canceling? And they had to like debunk those rumors. Everybody was like, that's why I told you guys in the intro, I stopped listening to all the rumors. I'm just going with the flow at this point. I actually, as much as I understand both people's feelings, the people who love new Doctor Who, love this version, and people who hate this version and love the old version, I still believe thoroughly in my heart never to cancel this show because of how long this show has been running and how much history it has behind it. You don't want to get rid of something like this. This is a pivotal show for so many people. It means a lot to so many people, and I will be an advocate for that if I could. I mean, who am I? Who am I? But anyways, I truly believe that maybe right now we're in this phase of Doctor Who. I hope that people who maybe not like it, maybe still watch it and just be like, you know what, I'm going to try to open up. Like I try to open up to so many characters that I do not like. I hope that people would do the same for this. That is all. My tangent's over. I spoke for 10 minutes. I have nothing else to say. This ring light is killing me. It is raining outside and I am craving a hot dog. And I didn't want to say hot dog because who wants a wiener? Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. And until next time, I'm off this.
You gotta choose a side. You gotta do what's right. Look, I ain't got no time to be hanging around. Nobody trying to figure out if they good or evil. I'm fighting the crime, saving your lives one at a time. I'm killing the rhymes. I do it for the people. I beat up on the running through the six with a bag.